Hey, here's Cap here, and today we're taking our very first looks at Jane Foster from the War Table Deep Dive that they released. I'll be sure to leave a link down below so you can check it out. But we're going to be going through it, seeing what all Jane has to offer when she gets added to Marvel's Avengers starting tomorrow with patch 2.5. Very excited. I'm going to be jumping in as soon as she drops, playing her, getting her to that power level 150, and let's see how long it takes to get her through her very first raid. Definitely going to be accomplishable by tomorrow though. So be sure to come on over to Twitch, where I'll be streaming that live. And if you go on to enjoy the video, be sure to smash the thumbs up and hit the subscribe for more Marvel's Avengers content. But for right now, let's dive into Jane Foster, the Mighty Thor. Now here we have the War Table, the beginning of it at least, and it showed us a bit to kind of explain what Jane Foster brings to the table and how they kind of tie in her comic accurateness with her fighting style, with her outfits. There was the clothesline from hell, which we kind of got teased with on Twitter by one of the developers behind the game. So it's nice to see it again. Oh, there it is. I love it. It looks like there's an emote of her kind of holding the hammer up, lightning just sporadically coming off of it. But as we saw with Jane Foster in their initial patch and kind of the animatrix trailer, that she comes to us from another dimension caused by tachyon rifts. And we got to see her assault right there with the God Blast, so it does show that she has some similarities with Thor and herself. Of course, being both the gods of thunder, there's some similarities between them. However, I thought there'd be more, uniqueness behind her. She does feel very much like an Echo character, which that's what she was teased at the very beginning, that this was going to be an Echo character. But yeah, I would like more originality. I do like the fact that she gets to wield the all weapon when she has the Valkyrie skin and with her ultimate, which we'll check out later in the War Table deep dive, showcasing how Jane got started in the comics. I really like that fact that they keep tying it to the comics and her differences to Thor in the comics. Like Thor in the comics uses the hammer, uses the lightning, powerful, brute, just attacking. Whereas Jane, when she had the Mjolnir, she was more precise, more finesse behind her abilities and what she could do. And there we see her very first Valkyrie appearance, which they do capsulate in the game with the Valkyrie skin and her wielding underarm, the all weapon, and how she was brought to Marvel's Avengers using tachyon rifts. So kind of gives you an idea of how she fits the narrative, why she came, and a little bit of her backstory. How in the comics she does have cancer, and in the video game also has cancer. So I like once again, walking in a parallel to the comics. That's the biggest thing, for me at least, being a huge comic book fan. Now, these moves are really cool. However, we've seen Thor do that. The God Blast right there, how she recalls Mjolnir. But she also possesses some uniqueness to her that we'll see. And it's a lot with almost a ranged character when she throws the hammer. And she recalls it the first time, she's able to throw it back a second time at a faster rate. And this is kind of showing off that once she's overcharged, it's almost like Cap's shield. It's entering Brooklyn Brawler, but you're Thor. So you're kind of throwing the hammer out, making melee attacks, but almost seeming like range. And you get to see that increased range distance there. When God's Tempest, her overcharge ability is active. Now, with this, her range does become more powerful, so Thor, definitely more fun as a melee character. This seems to be that Jane is going to be the ranged version of Thor, so it's going to be very throwing the hammer, relying on that, and the strikes. Oh, here we go with the quick fire. Throwing it once, bringing it back, throwing it a second time for way more power. And of course, wielding the unarmed strikes. Just, you can tell by the second throw that it's powerful, with like the air, kind of the graphics coming off of it. Seek and pin, I love this. Even though I'm a Black Widow main, my aim is still trash. And look, boom, it auto locks on. Mjolnir is now a lock on mechanism. And there's this new ability with like spiting. I believe they said spiting your opponents. and how it looks as if it makes them easy to stun. Instead of the headbutt, we got the thunder kick. I'm definitely going to be using that. I love the headbutt, so this is fun. Her ultimate right here that we get to see kind of throwing out Mjolnir kind of flying around. So we've seen kind of Cap Brooklyn Brawler when she's overcharged, mixed with Hawkeye's Hunter Arrow when she casts the ultimate. And we get to wield Underarm, which acts the same way as Mjolnir. I do like that. How if she's overcharged, it kind of throws out the all weapon, hits them. Mjolnir can fly around and just beat up anyone that gets too close. The clothesline from hell. I love that. I love that takedown. And our third flyer in the game, which I like that they showed that off right there. Our first flyer, first female flyer. I love it. I love it. That's great. And we get to look at some cosmetic items that are coming with Jane Foster. These skins we've already gotten a taste of. They absolutely look amazing. The amount of detail, the Norse mythology that you can find in them as well. If you look, the Valkyrie, how if you choose the Valkyrie, you get to wield the all weapon instead of Mjolnir the entire time. And right here, we got to pause this. I want to show this off right here above my head. Wait, right there. Boom. Level 1, you get the Valkyrie skin. You don't have to pay for it. The skins that they showed, you do not have to pay for. You have to use your credits to unlock the hero card, but if you complete the other hero cards, you'll have enough credits for this. You can activate and get level 1 Valkyrie. You can wield all weapon whenever you want. We see some different emotes right here. It looks like a takedown of some sorts. I don't know if that's the clothesline from hell takedown. I hope it is. Hope it is. Either way, I'm getting the clothesline from hell takedown. I love it. A nameplate for Jane. Okay, very nice. Unfortunately, that's all we get to see. I'll be sure to dive into the hero card tomorrow when she drops in the game. Very excited. Okay, we see Jane Foster MD. So there's new intel files to better understand her story. So if that's something to check out if you're really interested in the story behind Jane Foster and what she brings to Marvel's Avengers. Now, we also got to see that she does wield the God Blast. We've seen her ultimate. Her support will be interesting, whereas with Thor, his support pretty much keeps him overcharged. Will that be the same for Jane if she stays overcharged and just constantly in that Brooklyn Brawler status for Jane Foster? Now all these questions will be answered tomorrow when Jane Foster drops in Marvel's Avengers. The Mighty Thor is coming. It looks amazing. We are worthy of this, so I'm gonna dive in, check it out. I'm gonna be playing all day tomorrow, so expect my reaction and some more breakdowns on Jane Foster on Wednesday this week, so be sure to stick around on the channel for that. Let me know in the comments below what you are excited for. What do you think of Jane Foster? Good? Bad? What do you think? As always, heroes, stay amazing, and until the next one, bye-bye.